Hi, my name's Lucian. I'm white, I'm British, proud to be both. Equally proud to be a Muslim as well. Try to get as involved as possible in the community here at Lewisham Islamic Centre. Got roots in the area. Equally, I don't live in the area anymore, I'm down in Kent. I appreciate our country's got some issues, and that's what I wanted to talk today about. The kind of catalyst and the reason that, or the thing that actually drew me to speak today was last week in my local area, there was a protest by a right-wing group, or a group with right-wing views, to a children's home. Literally, these individuals congregated outside a children's home, holding, I think it's under 16 or under 18-year-olds, and protested, regardless of where these kids are from. We need to start using our heads collectively, as English people, as British people. I think we need to start to think a little bit more. One thing I'd say about Islam, and one thing I'd say in the way that it ties in with British culture, is we all seem to identify, or a lot of us I think seem to identify certain things with British culture, but perhaps they were stronger back in our grandparents' generation. Things like strong family values, things like loyal relationships, things like charity and compassion within the community and outside it as well. Things like generally giving and being a good person, just being considerate to other people. These things are very much the foundations and the fundamentals of Islam, very much the way that we try to live our life as Muslims, not only amongst ourselves, but to the entire community as well. And I think there's a lot of tie in there between British culture, maybe a little bit more so back in the day, and some of the values that we have as Muslims. But I also appreciate some of the people watching this are probably laughing at that statement, thinking that's absolutely ridiculous. So I think first and foremost, the most important thing that we need to do is have dialogue. And I think it's great, and obviously you'd probably expect me to tell you to walk into the local mosque and speak to an imam, a religious leader there. But equally, just as human beings, just as members of communities that we all share, we need to sit down as adults, as decent people, and talk amongst ourselves about the problems that this country has, that I mentioned right at the start of this video. There are some serious issues and we do need to find solutions, but the way that we're going to do that is working together. And the final thing that I'd want to say, just to wrap up this video, the cost of living crisis was all over the news a couple of years ago. We're talking about credit crunches, we're talking about the food bills being higher, we're talking about gas bills being higher. I mean, my Asda shopping was as bad as ever today. I think my gas bill this year is looking like it's going to be worse than last. But we don't hear about this on the news anymore. All we hear about is certain issues. Migrants, hotels, so on and so forth. We need to be very, very careful. And this is me talking to everybody, not just Muslims, non-Muslims, everyone that resides in this country. Just be very careful what we are and aren't falling for, because there's no better diversion tactic than hysteria. And we need to be very, very careful that we don't get caught up in that and maybe lost in what's really going on. And if maybe we're all a little bit more aware of what's really going on and what maybe the true agenda behind some of this stuff is, we might just be a little bit more unified and realise it is a little bit more us and them rather than us amongst ourselves, or us against ourselves, I should say.